Alright, folks, this is the Black Weasel, and today it is One Piece chapter 801. So yeah, we straight up into the 800s. The 700s are passed behind us. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. Now, chapter 801, name of the chapter is called Open Declaration. Now, the cover page is Cavendish and his beloved horse Faru tending towards the roses. So we get another one of these, but no real cover story yet. So yeah. When we're going back towards the Dressrosa Royal Palace, and somebody says, I can't seem to find the smuggling list. And the same person says, but it's pretty obvious something was stolen. And somebody else says, I see. And then it turns out the guy's no other than CP0 on the scene of crime. Somebody else says, so all the weapons from the underground port were taken, and someone's going to great lengths. And the same person said, even the Navy's buzzing. And the guy on the other line says, could it be the Revolutionary Army? And one of the CP0 said that definitely, they're the only ones that would do so. And he also says, we're done here. And the same guy says, they're such a pain in the ass. And the other guy says, you got that right, sir. Oh my god! I know who this nigga is. This is Rob Lucci. And you can tell because there's a picture right there saying cuckoo. And the same person, Lucci says, just like you actually. And the other person said, that's me, sir. Ah ha 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 ha. And the narrator says, this is a tragic country. The narrator says, the strings of darkness seeping in and raining down on them, one at a time. Yet after years of tragedy and tears, the sound of clapping fills the air. Viola's dancing, Gats is clapping. The announcement. It is the end of a long show that one that no one will applaud. These words are true. And Viola's crying. The king has returned and peaceful days will begin. And King Ruka says, I have something I'd like to talk to you all of you about. And one of the doors says that, pardon the late introduction, but as the chief of the Tonton tribe Ganjo. And the question mark on this lady's head. And he says, and next to me, my daughter. And Ben Cherry says, I'm Ben Cherry. And some people call her, oh, she's so cute. And somebody asked Leo, are you going to make this Leo? With just some kind of note. And King Riku says, so the Reverie meeting's this year, huh? And it's soon too. Since the Dressrosa events have come to a close, other things are moving, which is including every year. So now it's Alabasta, King Wapple, King Riku, and maybe Watson 7's in on this, you know. And Tank says, it appears the other countries are in the midst of preparation as well. And the narrator is saying, if one was to ever drop by this country, you'd be shocked to see the harmony of it all. And somebody asked, can I get some ham? And somebody says, oh, hello, Rebecca, dear Mancherry. The narrator says, ordinary humans live alongside the adorable dwarves. And somebody says, hey, you haven't fixed the houses yet. But a different person says, this is a highest priority. And somebody's making a statue of Lucy, which is other known as Luffy. What the hell? And somebody got a little child is wearing a shirt on the back that says that shows Bartholomew Kuma. That's kind of weird. And the narrator said this is now a mystical the country of love and passion. Dressrosa. That's kind of weird. And somebody else says, that's true. And there's a laugh saying, wah ha ha ha. And now we go back, towards a different scene at sea aboard a Navy ship. Somebody says, once we're done with escorting, I plan on going on a trip. And then Fujitora says, I can't go back to base yet, at least not until I have the heads of both Straw Hat and Law. And Sengoku says, stubborn fool, just apologize. I'm sure Sakazuki won't pick on you much. And Fujitora says, no way, I got my pride too. And Sengoku says, sheesh, they're both eating ramen noodles. And somebody is laughing, Fujitora. And Sengoku says, he's a fool, Ashura-san. Oh shit, it's Doflamingo. Doflamingo says he had the chance, but he didn't take it. If only he worked with me, we could have taken those brats out. Yeah, Doflamingo was really locked up in the cages, and she was sitting right there. Tell me this nigga does not have his glasses back on. And Doflamingo says, and this would have never happened. Now everything on my finger. Those goddamn peanuts. Even those monsters I got them from out of the world. But then again, the ones. But then again, they weren't supposed to bite the hand that fed them. You people will regret this. And sure says, enough of the whining. All those ifs you speak of, none of them want to come true. The reality is you lost. The king has fallen. And she says, deal with it. And Doflamingo is laughing again. And then Doflamingo says, I guess there's not argue with you then. Boo, boo, boo. And then Shura says, well, you got to be a thief to catch it, thief. What happens to the power sound? And Doflamingo says, let me rephrase your question. What do you think will happen to the monsters now? Monsters now free when they lost their food source. Is there anyone that controls them now? He's maybe referring to as Kaiju. He's really locked up in the chains. Doflamingo asks, who rules the seas now? Could it be one of the 4 emperors? Or could it be one of the Shichibukai? Or maybe of one of those bad from the worst generation? And we get pictures of everybody in on this. We have Rouge, we have Luffy, we have Julie Bonnie, we have Basil Hawkins, we have Kaboom Beckett, we have Law, we have Buggy the Clown, we have Scratch Pool, we have Eustace, we have Bartholomew Cuba. So Mihawk, Boa Hancock, Marshall D. Cheech, Redhead Shanks, and Kaido, Drake. That's Big Mom. Well, I think it is. No, that's not Big Mom. That's somebody else. And the reason why I say this because Big Mom, I know what she looks like. And then she. And he asked, but what about the men of justice, the Navy? And let's not forget the Revolutionary Army. They got some pretty crazy ones in there as well. He also says, the family of D that everyone's been talking about this whole time. How and when will they appear? Who is going to deal with who, and who will betray whom? God damn it, he still got his glasses on. He said, tell that to the nobles up in Miradora. That they better be prepared to be dragged off their high horses. Doflamingo said Gold Rouser became the first to cross the Grand Line 25 years ago, and his rival Whitebeard chose not to take his place, not to take his place on the throne, but bow before it. He also says, but what happens now? The numbers of pirates have fluctuated so much, and there's only one throne. You get it, don't you? He makes a big opening declaration. It's starting already. The biggest one in all of history. The Throne War. The Throne Wars. And Doflamingo is laughing. And Doflamingo asks, "Are we heading towards Impel Down now?" He also asks, "At least let me get my news, won't you?" He says, "My only source of entertainment there." And then somebody says, "4 Navy ships incoming," and somebody else says, "But damn, does that look crazy? They got enough to destroy a country right there, all for one escort." They're dragging a strategic bureaucrat, so I'm not surprised. When Kaido was being escorted, there was 9 mammoth prison ships. Somebody says, "Nothing less expected of Doflamingo." Though, man. Somebody else says, now the same person says, it's impossible for us to try and get him back, Captain Jack. Do we return? Oh, and Captain Jack is that same nigga from Chapter 693. Alright, this goddamn peanuts, they're getting to me now. What am I? 11 minutes. And Jack asked why. Somebody asked, "Is it possible if I tried to get him back, Captain Jack? Did we return?" And Jack asked why. "Huh? We're doing it, you idiot. Who do you think I am? Hey? Huh?" It's kind of... And make much of what he said. But anyways, now we go back towards the main group. Then notice, on the other hand, Luffy and his crew... Bartolomeo's ship has his ship called the Going Luffy Senpai because he really idolizes Luffy. The flag is called the Barto Club, and this is called a cat as the mast. And then Usopp says, "What the? Your people are so weird." And Usopp says, "Why the hell does this ship look more Luffy compared to ours?" Bartolomeo says, "I'm glad you liked it." And he also says, "That's not what I'm saying." And our favorite car is moving, and Bartolomeo says, "And this very car points us to the real Luffy Senpai." And that's the guy that got knocked out by Catman, or otherwise known as Vast Admiral Maynard, back in the waiting room for Block B. And Bartolomeo says, "Oh, we thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on the Titan ship of ours." And somebody else says, "Boss is too bright, I can't see his face." And Bartolomeo says, "It's the same here." And Usopp says, "So they all like that." And then Luffy notices that Sabo made him a favorite card, and he says how nice it is. And Bartolomeo says Sabo, that senpai is such a great man. He's considerate and hella strong to boot. And then Luffy says, "Yeah," and there's a flashback. And there's a flashback going towards where Bellamy says, "I won't be one of your subordinates, but Bellamy said, let me have a piece just in case." And some people also took Luffy's Vera card. And the Grand Fleet says, "So this is it for now. We'll meet again soon, boss." Straw Hat Luffy, and Luffy says, "See you soon, guys." And Luffy says, "Man, that was a fun feast. I really like this, guys." And Law says, "Bartholomew, let's get moving to Zoo then. Chop chop." So now Law's gonna meet up with his teammates, and Usopp is wondering if Sanjay and the rest made it there already. And then Frankie says, "Well, they got Nami there, so I'm sure navigation is a problem. But what about Big Mom's ship?" And Zoro's reading the newspaper, and he says, "Hey, Luffy." And Luffy says, "Huh?" And Zoro says, "It looks like our bounties have gone up again." And Luffy exclaims out, "Hey, really?" And Bartholomew says, "Eh? Did you not know?" And then Bartholomew said, "And please make your way to my room. I got the wanted posters. Come. And Bartholomew tells, "Hey, towards law. Hey, Trafalgar girl, I threw yours away, but you're now worth 500 million. And then Law said, yeah, thanks. Like I give a damn about the numbers. And the poster that I'm showing right now, he says, Bartholomew says, all right, please feel free to take a look. And Usopp yells out, framed? And Bartholomew says, I also got your photographs right here. Starhawk Luffy's bounty has been increased towards 500 million berries. And then Zoro has been jumped up a lot. He's increased by 200 million berries, which is the same amount that Luffy got back in this lobby. And he says, hey, got any booze? It looks real badass. And Robin says, oh no, it really has gone up. She is worth 130 million berries, so around Julie Bonnie's range. And then Sabo Frankie bounty has been raised towards 94 million berries. And Frankie yells at, hey, they used a Frankie Shogun photo for that one. And God Usopp reward is worth 200 million berries. And now Yasop will probably be really happy. I'm not spoiling any pictures, but you guys get the point. Like, this is really not gnarly. Usopp yells like, God, of all pictures that one with my face shown to the world, they're all gonna come for me, but I'm somewhat happy. But this photo though. And then Frankie gets a little bit pissed. Hey, what the hell? Why has yours gone so much? I'm the only one that hasn't gone over 100. Now that's pissing me off. And Usopp yelling out, even my own friends are coming for me. And Usopp's wondering, wait, what about Nami and the rest of them? And Sanji's getting a poster bounty increase as well. But into that insult to injury, that man did not do much at Dressrosa, even though he fought Doflamingo for a while. But now, Blacklist Sanji is at 177 million berries. Good increase overall. Nami is worth 66 million berries. Somebody else says, a new picture again? When was this taken? And then Chopper is worth 100 berries. On comic relief. And Usopp says, I don't have anything to say about this. And then Soul King Brook is worth 83 million berries. And somebody else like, hey, isn't that his concert poster? And Bartholomew says, besides those weren't involved in the Dressrosa incident. What the hell? Bartholomew says, besides those that weren't involved in the Dressrosa incident, everyone's had their bounty raised by 50 million, us included. And then Bartholomew says, hey, but take a look at this. For some reason, only Blackleg Sanji Senpai's poster is a little strange. Huh? Wants it only alive? Which is kind of weird. And that's the end of it. I like Doflamingo's rant about like who really runs the world, because it goes back towards his speech at Marineford, like there's children who never seen peace, children who never seen war. Those kids have completely different values of right and wrong. The Marines are good guys, the pirates are bad guys. You don't know who's the real justice. The people on the top, they decide what's what and who's who. Gold Roger is a pirate king because he was able to do everything that he wants to do. So yeah, that's the end of it.